Mhm. Alrighty. I think we're good here. Let's make sure. What is happening, everybody? All right, we got all the notifications coming in now. Yep, there we go. Turn my volume down. Got you on the phone. Got you right her. All right, cool. What is happening, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Get over the hump on the way to the weekend. Let's make sure we're good to hear. All right, cool. So just want to officially welcome everybody tonight. So very, very special, super awesome, really cool webinar going on tonight. We're going to make sure that we answer all of your questions in regards to FunnelX ROI. I have a very special guest who's going to help us answer all of these questions because FunnelX, let's just face it, for our group, for a lot of folks in Now Lifestyle, for a lot of folks that are just tuning in, just kind of getting, that are on the up, that are tuning into what's going on in the online world. Many people are tuning in to FunnelX ROI because it is becoming a very, very popular system. And plain and simple, it's making a lot of people a lot of money, which is really, really cool. So if you are tuning in for the very first time, I want to welcome you. Appreciate you guys for being here. I know we had a lot of emails going out, a lot of notifications, and a lot of people wanting to get some more info and check this out. So that's what we're here for tonight. We're here to answer all your questions and make sure that you guys have all the information that you need to, rock and roll, kick some ass with your business. Now, that being said, if you're brand new, if you are just checking this out for the first time, if you haven't gotten started yet, let's just say that, you're interested, but you haven't gotten started yet. For those people that are watching this live right now, and, possibly for the folks that watch this afterwards on YouTube or somewhere else, if you stick around till the very end of this webinar, we have something very, very, very special just for you. But you got to stick around till the very end. Trust me, it'll be pretty cool. So stick around to the very end. I'm going to introduce our guest tonight in just a minute. But first, before we get there, what I want to do is I want to share my screen because a lot of people literally daily, reach out to me and they say, hey, is this the real deal? Does this work? I'm just a normal dude. Can I get results? Whatever. Yes, 1,000% it does work. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick and I want to show you guys my actual results. I've been doing this now for 11, 12, we'll just call 11 days, maybe 12 days. I don't even know. I'm not counting entirely. But as you can see, we're going to go in kind of reverse order here. We're going to start with the advertising boost. Okay. So this is the fifth income stream in FunnelX ROI. All right. Now, as you can see here, in the last 11 days, I've earned $1,556. This is actually a little bit more, but I had a refund, but whatever, it's life, it happens. No big deal there. So anyway, $1,500 there. ClickMagick, I currently have 32 trials. So those trials are going to turn into sales once that trial period passes. Okay. Really, really cool. FunnelX Advance, income stream number 4. $1,200 in the last 11 days, $1,200. Okay. So if we're doing the math, $1,556 plus $1,200. Okay. Now we'll go over here to Now Lifestyle. I'll go to commissions and stats. So I just want to share with you guys this so you guys can see real life results, what I've been getting and what you guys have the ability to get as well. So again, we're going to go 11 days here. Since basically when I launched, which is right around the 15th of this month. Okay. So I'm going to search my income for Now Lifestyle just in that specific time period. Okay. So I'm going to scroll all the way down and we're going to see, so $1,871 plus 208, there's a 10% holdback that you'll get 6 months later. So realistically, that's a little over $2,000. So we had the $1,200 from the leads. We had the $1,500 from, the advertising boost. Now we have a little over $2,000 here. And now we'll go to the front end, the very first commission in FunnelX ROI. So you have right here, $9,750. So when you add all of that up, all right, plain and simple. That's over $14,500 in the last 11 days. Guys, this works. FunnelX ROI, 1,000% works. Now, I know a lot of you guys are excited. A lot of you guys are just tuning in. A lot of you guys, some of you guys are realistically, you're still sitting on the fence. I know many of you have created accounts with FunnelX, but you haven't quite done anything yet. And that's okay. Sometimes it just takes a few more exposures before people get real comfortable with making an investment and getting started with an online business. I totally get that. So the whole point of tonight is to show you that yes, this works. Yes, this is real. But also we want to be here to answer your questions and make sure that you guys have all the information you need to kick ass, do whatever you got to do, but let the machine do the work for you. Just keep feeding the beast, feeding the machine as many different ways you can, and let the system do the work for you, because the system's doing the work for me. I'm not doing crazy follow-ups. I'm not doing one-on-ones and all that other stuff. I'm literally just letting the machine do the whole work for me. All I'm doing is driving traffic. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm just driving traffic. And that's all you should be doing too if you're using the FunnelX ROI system. It makes it really, really stupid simple for you. Now, with that being said, we are here tonight to answer your questions and make sure that you have all the information you need to make an informed decision. And like I said in the very beginning, if you're brand new, if you're just checking this out for the very first time, whether you're watching this live now, you might be checking this out on YouTube, you might be checking this out through an email that I sent you. We have something very, very special for you if you hang out till the very end of this webinar, okay? So without further ado, I'm gonna bring up tonight's very special guest, who is not only a super cool dude, but I respect him a lot because he's got a kid, he's doing his thing, he's got a great why, and he's one hell of a businessman, that's for damn sure. But he also happens to be the creator of FunnelX ROI, Mr. David Dekel. So we're going to bring David right on up to the mic right now, and he's going to join us and hang out tonight. Oh, can't hear you. Hang on.
You can't hear me?
Now I got you.
You got me? All right.
Can
everybody hear me? Maybe type in the number 2 in the Facebook Live so we can, just confirm everything is cool. Everybody can hear me. Everybody can see me.
Yep, I'm good. I got you loud and clear, man.
All right. Awesome. All right. How's everybody? Yeah, I see a bunch of 2s already coming in. Faisal, how's it going, man? Fired up to see you in Texas, dude.
Yeah, he's another one that's been getting some results with FunnelX for sure.
That's good.
Absolutely.
All right. So, Daniel, again, thank you very much for inviting me here. There's no better way I can think of to spend my time than to help fellow entrepreneurs to get started on the right path online, because we all know what it's like to struggle, and nobody really wants to do that. I mean, who has time to struggle, right? So let's do this right. And that's the reason I'm here today. I want to dedicate my time to Daniel's group. And, Daniel, you've done phenomenally well. And as I mentioned, dude, I mean, it all goes back to that first conversation, which is you're working too hard. Let the machine do the work and just, leave it alone. Just do what you do best, which is drive traffic, and then kind of let the machine do the rest. And again, the results speak for themselves. So, why we're here today, I mean, I have absolutely no agenda. This is not going to be there's nothing, I don't have anything to sell you here. There's nothing, you need to sign up for or anything like that. I am here to simply answer your questions. And Daniel asked me to basically come on this call because he loves you guys and he wants you guys to hear it, whatever answers from him and from me. So this way we can help you get started and just get going as fast as possible, because this is a train that if you don't hop on it now, it's just going to pass you by and you're just going to sit on the sidelines and watch everybody else getting results, and you're going to be kind of left behind, which happened to me before many times. So any questions you guys have, type it in the Facebook Live, and myself and Daniel will basically help you get an answer.
Yeah, and I think that's just it. I mean, David, you just said it. Like, there's already, I mean, we're just into this, like my team and myself are really just into this like 11 days, and there's already people that are on our team that are already posting results, that are already getting results with this system in such a short amount of time. So it's great to see. I mean, with other businesses in the past, sometimes it really takes like a good 30, 60, 90 days to really start gaining some momentum. But I mean, we literally have people that are getting results their very first day, which is just awesome. I've never seen something that is so, realistically is so complex, but so simple at the same time. And the complexity comes from stuff that's all done on your end, on the back end, the engine, how everything works.
Right.
All we need to know as a front end user is that we just got to drive traffic, which
Right.
is really, really cool. So, so guys, do me a favor. For those of you guys that are watching right now, please make sure that you guys are typing your questions down below. Whatever questions that you guys have, if it's in regards to traffic, if it's how the funnel works, if it's easy one up, if it's click magic, whatever it is, make sure that you guys are putting your questions in, because this is your opportunity live right now to ask me a question, to ask David a question, and make sure that you guys are fully informed, that you have all the information that you need. And I realize, obviously, sometimes you guys are typing your questions in. That might take you guys a little while to get your question in there, but don't be shy. There's absolutely no such thing as a stupid question. The only stupid question is the one that's not asked, plain and simple. So,
right. So while they're typing in the questions, Daniel, let me maybe address the fact that like people are sometimes like, you start promoting like 3 hours ago, and 3 hours later you got your first kind of few subscribers, and maybe a sale came in and stuff. The reason that happens, there's a good explanation for it, and I've seen that happen many times. The reason that happens is because there is no difference between the system that you use, that I use, that Janet uses, that Bob uses, that whoever is using the system itself is the same thing. It's the same. It's set up the same way. It always performs the same job. It always gives the same user flow. Basically, when a visitor comes in, it does the same job essentially all the time. So it really doesn't care who's driving the traffic. It could be anybody, So as long as you do what you need to do, which obviously you've been doing that very well. So as long as a new person, or even an advanced person, or somebody who just started last week or last year, or it doesn't matter really when they started, as long as they do the function that they need to do, which is driving the traffic, the system takes over and basically does the rest. That's why I'm seriously not kidding when I say, let the machine do the work, because once you put it in motion, it knows what to do. It gets smarter with every single click that comes in. There's constant optimizations happening. If anything, it's going to happen even faster for the new people coming in than for the people that have been in the system already, because it gets smarter with each click. It knows exactly what to offer, when to offer it. And once the person is in the members area, it knows what they've completed, what they didn't complete. And it helps you get commissions by constantly encouraging your members to get to that next level. Does that make sense?
Again, letting the machine do the work.
100%.
Which is awesome. So we did have a question come in. So Maria is asking, and David, maybe you can tackle this one.
Sure.
It says, where do we check to see that all 5 sources are working?
Yeah, so that's actually really easy. Inside of Funnel X, let me actually pull it up because I forgot the wording here. 1 second, sorry. Let me see. Can I actually share my screen with this? Because if I can share
and you can walk me through.
Yeah, perfect. Actually, let's do that. Yeah. So if you share your screen, Daniel, I'll show you exactly where this is. There's actually a specific area on the site, and I've added that specifically for that. So do you see where it says right at the top? It says, "Need help? Click here." Yep. And right below that, it says, "Unsure what to do? Click here." So once you click there, it will take you to a page that will basically show you, okay, right there, it says, "Daniel, here's what to do next. Complete whatever steps are incomplete," and they're marked with X. So if you look right there on your screen, it says easy one up is complete, and there's a green check mark right next to it.
Yep.
If you scroll down below and follow the arrows, It shows level now lifestyle, status complete. Your now lifestyle account is fully integrated. Great. Next level, ClickMagick, status complete. Now, if any one of these, by the way, is incomplete, what's going to happen is it's going to have a red X next to it, and it's going to say status incomplete. And just below that, you're going to see a button that's going to say something like, click here to complete the step. Once you click that button, it's going to take you to that level, to that step in the system, and it's basically going to walk you through whatever you didn't complete yet. Plus, on top of that, here's something something that might a lot of people might be thinking right now, or I know that we got this question a couple of times on the support desk. A lot of people, when they go through the setup in the system, a thought in their head is like, am I doing this right? So I can guarantee you that you're doing this right, and here's why. First of all, in every step inside of the system that you're going through, there are test steps that the system will test with you. So if you do something incorrectly, or let's say you enter a username incorrectly or not in the right format or something like that, the system will test that with you, and it will tell you, okay, let's test this step because we sense that something is not 100% right. So it's going to ask you to test it. Unfortunately, I can't display this right now because we're going to have to enter some incorrect information deliberately for it to do that. But basically, again, the system it's not a regular funnel. It's a smart funnel that it's not even, I don't know if what the definition is, but I call it an infinity funnel, an infinity smart funnel. But basically, it knows what you're doing. It's constantly monitoring what are you putting into it. And if you make a mistake, it will basically tell you, okay, let's submit these test results. Let's see what's going on here. And it will help you correct it. So you can't screw it up. Like, as long as you go through the steps and it go through the test step as well, you'll know for sure that you got it set up 100% correctly. As an example, with the now lifestyle step, one of the tests that it will help you do is it will help you test if your autoresponder is connected. To do that, all it does is it basically opens up a new window and it says, please enter an email. And after you hit submit, let's go check in your autoresponder if the lead is there. So if the lead is not there, it will help you correct it. It will tell you, okay, let's go through these steps to make sure that that's correct. And if it's still not correct, then it will go through another set of steps with you. But that's to the extreme level that, let's say you've entered everything incorrectly. It will still help you correct everything. So hopefully that's encouraging for some of you new people that maybe have never done this before. Trust me, it's a walk in the park. If you ever ordered pizza online, you can do this. Like, it's really that simple.
So I think that little tip that you just showed us, I was unaware of that because I just hadn't gone and actually clicked there, but I think that's awesome. So, you guys can tell that, if you're wondering, have I fully set everything up? Just follow those steps and you can go there. So awesome. Appreciate that.
Sure.
Faisal is, hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. If not, you can correct me in Texas. He says, if you really want to grow this business, how much money do you need to invest on a monthly basis? So I'm going to tackle that one a little bit. And David, obviously you could tack on. Realistically, really?
That's you, Daniel.
Yeah. Somebody's calling me on Skype in the middle of this. Everybody's budget is going to be different. Everybody's budget is going to be different. What you want to be able to do is you want to be able to buy traffic that is within your means. You want to be able to pay money for traffic every single week, every single month, every single day. It really all depends on your budget. However, there's a way that you can tell over time, maybe not right away, maybe not in the first day, maybe not even in the first week, but there's going to be a way that you can tell over time the money that you invest into the traffic, is it paying off? Okay. And I'm going to share my screen and I want to show you guys. And now obviously I'm going to show you guys some very novice numbers here, some very early numbers. However, one of the things I want to show you guys is this is a Facebook ad that I'm using for obviously my Facebook ads, but this is a link that I'm using inside of ClickMagick. Okay. So you can see I have 283 clicks. All right. Of those, 92 opted in. 71 of those actually created a Funnel X account. 71 people actually created a Funnel X account with this one traffic run that generated, as you can see under the S, as you can see, that generated specifically. Now, the trouble here is I wasn't tracking this link properly only until a couple of days ago. So if I had been doing this right for the last 11 days, these numbers would be dramatically different. But as you can see, with that traffic, I've generated an Easy One Up sale, a Now Lifestyle sale. I've gotten Funnel X Advanced lead, and I've also gotten another Easy One Up sale. So you can use ClickMagick to track your traffic to find out is when people are going through the funnel process, when you're spending money on traffic. So as an example, if you spend, we'll just use round numbers. If you spend $100 on traffic, now realistically, I would spend more, but if you spend $100 on traffic and you earn $200, your return would be 2 to 1. Okay. That would be a great return on investment. All right. Now, let's say that you spent $100 on traffic and you made $125. Again, you're getting back more than what you invested. Realistically, it's probably going to take you a little bit of time to start seeing that, because again, you got to let the machine do the work. You got to let people go through the system and start to go through the process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen on your first traffic run, but you can use a system like ClickMagick. You can use the tools that are given to you, that are provided with you with FunnelX, to see if your traffic is converting and also what your return on investment actually is. Now, then what you can do is, obviously, if you're starting to get a positive return on your investment, then you can turn around and you can start to scale your business up. Now, one of the things that we had talked about a couple of weeks ago or 11 days ago is another smart way to do this, in my opinion, and I think David agrees with this, is taking all of your, or a good amount of your Easy One Up, your front end commissions, taking those and just reinvesting those back into your traffic, and then earning money off of the Now Lifestyles, the ClickMagicks, the Funnel X Advance, and the advertising boost, but taking your Easy One Up and recycling that back into your traffic budget. That's also going to help you build your traffic budget faster than coming directly out of your pocket. So those are a couple things that you can do to look at your budgets and increase your budgets and looking at your ROI. So I don't know, David, if there's anything that you want to add to that.
Yeah, you have to understand that, 100% everything that you said, spot on, nailed it. I couldn't agree more. Beyond that, you have to understand, everybody that's watching this, I actually just posted about this, I believe it was yesterday or the day before, in the main Funnel X group. And I get support tickets all the time from members who are like, hey, I got 200 visitors and I only made like one sale for whatever, which is, first of all, that sounds like, like they're expecting more. But first of all, realize that making a sale online, some people take years to even get just their first dollar online. I mean, it took me, I think, all of 2013 to maybe earn $100 combined the whole year. So realize that that's already a breakthrough. Second thing is the online game that we're playing here specifically, and I say game because it's just a nice way of kind of putting this. You have to understand that this is a long-term game. It is a long-term game. It's a long-term business. And I specifically posted in the Funnel X group one payment that came in yesterday for $500, yesterday or the day before, I forget when it was, for $500. And I have this habit of, every time I get a sale, like not every time, but most of the time when I get a sale, I usually like to kind of look up, where did the person come from and how long they've been on my email list. Are they brand new? Have they been around for a while? That kind of thing. And I looked it up, and I looked in my account, and I saw that this person came in almost 4 months ago. And just like yesterday, they converted into a $500 sale. Now, the average person, the person that's just starting, they don't have the patience to wait 4 months. And that's a huge mistake. And that is why people like you and me and Daniel and people who understand the long-term game, you'll always win if you play the long-term game. And again, there's no guarantees that you're going to make $1 million by the end of the year or anything like that. But if you don't quit, you essentially you can't fail, because you're building your business continues to grow. With every subscriber you have more of an audience to expose your offer to. And you never know. I mean, has this happened to you, Daniel, where like a person from like 6 months ago all of a sudden upgrades today?
Oh yeah,
I see that all the time, like all the time. Now, at the same time, I also see people that, like, as I'm running the traffic, they sign up. And I also see people that as I'm running the traffic, they sign up like 3 weeks later, a month later. And some people never sign up, and that's okay. That's how it works, right? If everybody signed up all the time, guess what? There wouldn't be an economy. Everybody would just be doing online marketing, but that's not how it works. So realize that when you're building, the right mindset to do it with is, you need to decide, okay, are you going to do this or not? That's the first thing you got to do. Okay. If the answer to that is yes, anything other than that, you shouldn't be doing this. But if the answer to that is yes, if you want to transition your income to come from an online source, if you want to start enjoying those events that we go to and not having a schedule and waking up whenever we want, and basically the internet marketing lifestyle essentially, then just decide that, okay, I'm going to be doing this. Next thing you want to do after that is realize that there's only a few things that you need to do to make this work. Number one is you need a list. That's number one thing that you need to have. All of the failure that I had previous to my breakthrough point was simply because I did not have a list. That's it. That was the only thing. If I could just point it to one thing, like, Daniel, if you didn't have your list today, what would your results be? You'd be like nowhere. You know what I mean? You'd be
not nearly what they are.
Not nearly where you're at today. So realize that we all start somewhere. I wasn't born with a list of what I have now. Daniel didn't start his first day with a list of 100,000 people or whatever, whatever, however many you got on your list right now, whether it's 10,000, 50,000, 20,000, makes no difference. You got to start somewhere. So establish a budget that you're comfortable with, like Daniel said, that you're just going to be like, okay, no matter what the results are from this traffic run, I'm just going to dedicate this specific budget, whatever that budget is. It could be $500 a month. It could be $500 a week. It could be $100 every 2 weeks, whatever it is for you. Of course, the bigger the budget, the faster you'll be able to build your list and the more audience you're going to have to market to. So essentially set yourself a goal. Okay, how big of a list do you want to have? Example, by the end of this year, you want to have a list of 5,000 people. Okay, great, no problem. So how many is that per month? We have how many months left before the end of the year? Like three,
yeah,
something like that, whatever it is. So, okay, so if it's 3 months, by the end of the year, you want to get to 5,000, subscribers, then you're going to need to get 1,500 subscribers a month, or whatever the math is on that. Okay, to get 1,500 subscribers a month with an average opt-in rate of about 30% or so, you're going to need to get about 4,000 visitors. Okay, what is 4,000 visitors? That's around $1,500, maybe 4,000, depending on where you get it for. It ranges from like 50, 55 cents a click all the way to like $1, even $1.20 per click, depending on where you get it from. But understand that along the journey, as you're building that list, sales will happen. Like, stuff will happen. They might not happen your first week. They might happen your first half hour. They might happen 2 months later. Like, there's no guarantee that when that's going to come. But as long as you continue building your list, it is inevitable that those will come and you'll be able to build your business like that. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
All right. Perfect.
Awesome. Isabella is asking, what is your primary traffic source? Solo ads, Facebook leads, that sort of. Specifically, Isabella, you mentioned NLS Facebook leads. Now, the leads that are available in the Now Lifestyle back office are not going to apply to FunnelX. You could work a whole bunch of different conversions to get them to look at it, but it would be way too much because they've already gone through a Now Lifestyle funnel and are focused on that one specific thing. So for me specifically, The other night, I just did a webinar on what I called feeding your funnel, finding different ways to feed your funnel. So for me specifically, I'll just give you guys this as an example. I do Facebook advertising. So not your, the everyday free Facebook that everybody knows. I actually do paid advertising using Facebook. So I do that, but I also do solo ads. So I'm doing a kind of a combination of both right now. Plus, I also make videos on YouTube, specifically in regards to FunnelX ROI. So I got YouTube videos going, I got Facebook ads going, and I got solo ads going. Then I take all of that content that I'm making and paying for, and then I recycle that back into my email list. So I just kind of keep recycling that content over and over and over again through those really 4 different sources. That's what I do specifically. Now I know, David, you primarily use solo ad traffic, correct?
I wish I had time to do more. I do from time to time test like new traffic sources, but my primary traffic source is solo ads, simply because I used to be a solo seller myself, so I know the industry inside and out. And the other reason I use it is it's so predictable. It's just so easy, especially when you're have other things going on, like myself. Like my day, as you can imagine, is pretty packed with stuff. Not only I have to maintain the system, but I'm also have to promote myself. I have to do all kinds of stuff. So for me to be able to just purchase a solo ad or have like an ongoing kind of solo happening every week from a specific vendor, it's just so easy. Like I just know that the traffic is coming in. I don't have to tinker with it. I don't have to deal with it. I don't have to touch it. I don't have to do anything. I just know that the traffic comes in. The funnel does the work. I'm not even in the equation anymore, other than monitoring the stats. Of course, you got to look at your stats, making sure that conversions are where they need to be as far as opt-in rates and open rates and things like that. But that's 5-10 minutes a day kind of thing versus there's no one way to make this work. Again, guys, you have to understand that, Daniel is doing several ways, several methods that work for him. For you, it might be something different. I have members that are posting incredible results in the main FunnelX group that use SMS marketing. I've never used SMS marketing. I don't even know how that works, but apparently that works for them. I have another member who's done phenomenally well doing strictly YouTube marketing. You got to pick what works for you. And for me, what works personally, what I like to do is solo ads, but that doesn't mean that that's the only thing you should do. You could go with Daniel's route where you're doing multiple things at once. But here's the thing. Don't take on too much at once, especially if you're new. If this is your first go at internet marketing, don't try to do Facebook and YouTube and this and that. You'll drive yourself crazy. You got to focus. You got to start somewhere and then grow from there. Get it to a point where if you've never had any traffic come in ever, stop worrying about, what would it be, what's the best keyword for YouTube? Nobody cares about YouTube if you haven't gotten your first subscriber yet. Get going, get some subscribers happening, and then learn as you go. Experience will teach you more than you'll ever need to learn in this business. Like I could sit here and tell you all about solo ads, but if you never get one, okay, so if you just want to learn from theory, it's not going to get you anywhere. You need to go out there, get some traffic, and feed the funnel. So, and again, you're growing your business here. Keep in mind, like the subscribers are on your list for a purpose. I've built it specifically because, again, in 2 years from now, I'm hoping that, you'll still be promoting FunnelX, but let's say a new program comes out that pays you 100 times more commissions, 1,000% commissions or something like that. Let's say that that's the case. Okay, well, now you have your own audience that you can promote anything you want to. And that's why I built it this way, because this builds your business. So later on, you can do with the list whatever you choose to do. Now, in my experience, you got to expose them to valuable things that actually make you money, i.e. FunnelX. But, you got to understand that the game here is building your list however you want to do it. Just one thing is don't try to shortcut and game the system. Like don't go out there to places like Fiverr and buy 1 million visitors for $5. All that's going to do is waste your money, and you're also potentially going to get banned from the system because we have measurements in place where if big wave of traffic comes in and that doesn't turn into any conversions like subscribers, the system automatically shuts that account down because it detects it as spam or something like that. So don't do that because that's not going to be good. But get quality traffic, because remember, the traffic that you get is what you're going to have on your list. So if you're going to get traffic from sources that are not that great, your list is not going to be that great. But if you get high quality traffic, solo ads, Facebook ads, whatever you want to get, basically. Again, I'm no Facebook ad expert at all. In fact, I've only done Facebook ads back over a year ago when I was doing it for an offline business of mine. And even then it was a little bit too much for me. So I decided to call it quits and go with something that I know. But again, pick your method. There's no one way of doing this. Whatever works for you, that's what you want to do. For me, it's solo ads. For Daniel, it's a combination of things. For you, it could be something else. Again, it depends on what you want to do. So hopefully that makes sense.
I think the beauty of overall, I think the beauty of this system is solo ads are probably the easiest out of all the different sources we just talked about. Solo ads are the easiest option for brand new people. So you can go with the easiest way of generating traffic and let the system do all of the work for you. All you got to do is just go click on the traffic and figure out where to pay, how much you need. And also just one little tip there too is, and you would kind of mention something like this a couple of days ago on the Funnel X Facebook group, is that when you get your first traffic run, let's say you do 100 clicks, make sure that you guys are testing as much as you possibly can, whatever your budget will allow you to test. Don't just run 100 click traffic run to one of the pages and then call it a day and just be like, oh, I didn't get the results that, I was promised or I thought I was going to get or whatever. Every page is going to convert different with all the different traffic vendors that are out there. Every page is, so you never know what page is going to convert the best. That's why last night, for those of you guys that joined me last night, when I did the Click Magic training, I talked about creating those split tests. What you want to do is you want to test different pages with different vendors. And, David says that all the time, test different pages with different vendors so you can find out what page converts well with one vendor, might not convert well with a different vendor, but you might find another page. And there's what, David, like 8-9 pages now total?
There is 7 VIP pages and 9. Yeah, so 9, and constantly, continuously adding more. So
there's 9 different pages that you guys can be testing with different solo ad vendors. So, test and tweak, test and tweak, test and tweak. And then back to Faisal's question about, how much do you invest? Once you're testing this, obviously using your Click Magic, using the tools that are provided to you, once you're testing this and then you find out which one converts good, which one gives you a good ROI, good return on investment, then you can start to scale up. Because if you got a good return on that traffic run, then you can turn around and you can do that again. But maybe instead of doing, 100 clicks, now maybe you can do 500 clicks, maybe you can do 1,000 clicks, and you can start to scale up and get more of an investment back on there. So one quick question. Julia says, will we have a get together in Texas to go over, Funnel X? I think we already answered that would be a yes. We're probably going to do something like that, which will be really, really cool. Isabella's question we answered. George says he messed up registering for Funnel X Advanced. It tells me his email is not registered. Does he just have to do maybe like a password change or something, or?
Real simple, like that's something that my support staff can fix like this. Just send an email to support@daviddeacle.com, or just visit daviddeacle.com/support. Or, there's multiple ways of reaching it. Just send them an email and say, hey, I tried to register, for some reason it didn't work, or I can't, whatever the problem is, I can't log in, my password doesn't work, I didn't get the welcome email, whatever it is, and they'll fix that for you. That's very easy. Like very easy. Just send them an email within, like very quickly, you'll get a resolution for that.
Cool. Maria's asking, is Click Magic the one place where we could see all the traffic for all the sources? That would be as long as and again, I went over this in the Click Magic training last night, where I told you guys how to track your links specifically, putting that double tag at the end. As long as you're doing that, and your traffic is going through that link, that tag, it'll follow everything throughout the entire funnel, and you'll be able to go into your ClickMagick and then see specifically where you're getting results. So yes to that question. David says he's a builder in Funnel X. Should he upgrade to Super Affiliate or Advertising Boost next? Advertising Boost, 1,000%, David. 100% you should get Advertising Boost. I mean, even
you should get both, man. You should get both. I mean,
even for me, just in the last 11 days, Advertising Boost has netted me over $1,500 from one source.
Right. Keep in mind also when you get Advertising Boost and you integrate that with your Funnel X ROI, you're going to get access to a really special lead capture page that automatically will disperse vacations for you to all of your leads. So what better way to start off a relationship with a brand new lead that you just got by giving them a free vacation? Like, think of the amount of goodwill that you're putting into that relationship from like day one. So huge advantage, definitely highly recommended. At the same time though, I highly encourage anyone to, obviously start where you're comfortable, but at the same time, don't miss out on commissions. I see this happen all the time where people are, they start off with a certain level and then they get like a commission that's like 5 levels above them. And they're like, oh, I missed out. And they're like, yeah, I mean, well, you start off where you want, but
Here's an interesting story. And this is reality. Is the very day that we launched this, I had somebody sign up on my team, and I didn't even know this until 2 days ago. So literally like over a week later, they signed up, and I saw that they went all the way through the funnel, and they paid and everything like that. And then I was actually talking to them on the phone, and and they were like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I'm like, you're an easy one up, right? You're a member. And I was like, cause I thought I remembered seeing you create an account, but I never remembered seeing a payment come in. And they were like, yeah, of course. We did that. Yeah. We went all in. I was like, what day did you buy? And they're like, oh, we bought on September 19th. So I'm going through all my PayPal commissions and I don't see a commission from them. I was like, what's off here? And they're like, yeah, we came in at the 2K level. And I was like, oh, because the first day that I joined, I came in the 1K level. So the very first person that joined me came in higher than I did. I lost that commission. So what I had to turn around and do is I had to turn around and invest another 2K so I don't miss any more commissions. And the same day that I invested and I went to the Vertex Live, I got a $2,000 sale that same day.
That's the key, Daniel. That's the key, because you see a lot of people look at that and they're like, oh, this is, I'm going to start off with like the $25 level, which is fine. Yeah. Again, nobody's twisting your arm to start off at whatever, any level you want. But just realize that, again, it goes back to are you committed to the business? Are you committed to really doing this long term? Or are you only doing it until Sunday night? If you're doing it until Sunday night, sure, do the 25. You don't need more than that. But if you're going to do this long term, does it make sense that with all of the promotion you're going to be doing and all of the traffic that you're going to be sending, is there a chance in there for you sometime this next 12 months for at least one person to come in at that level? Now, the answer to that could be yes. The answer to that could be no. But in my experience, I have made whatever I invested many, 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 many times over, because, again, I'm not going anywhere. This is not a business that I'm doing for the next half hour. And you need to decide whether this is something you're going to be doing long term. And if it is, then treat it like a business. You're going to be treated like a business, like you're going to do business, not like you're going out of business. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's the kind of mindset you need to have. And Daniel, I mean, again, back to your example, like, it took you what, like literally same night, probably you made that back, right? Like, what was it? Like you joined at the higher level and boom, another payment came in. And a couple of days later, like you already like covered that, like probably, 3 times over.
Oh yeah. I mean, was it yesterday? Yesterday or 2 days ago, I got 2 $1,000 sales within 45 minutes of each other, which was just insane. Just insane.
Yeah. I remember there was one afternoon. Sometimes like my hours get all kind of mixed up. I work very late and I wake up in the afternoon and stuff. So one day I went to sleep at like 2:00, and then I woke up, and as I'm kind of around the evening, 5-6 p.m., and I kind of started doing my stuff, and then my phone goes like this. It goes ding, ding, like 2 dings, like literally within seconds of each other. Within 2 minutes, $3,000 came in. 2 minutes. $1,000 payment and a $2,000 payment immediately after it. So like stuff like this can happen, guys. Like don't look at the screen right now and say, oh yeah, this stuff happens not to me. In fact, I actually had a post the other day of a lady that just joined, and she was like, yeah, I always used to think that this is the kind of money that gurus are making, yada yada. And all of a sudden she's like, I got my first $1,000 payment, and she was so happy. So again, while there's no guarantees here that you're going to make any amount or this amount or that amount, or you can make a lot more than me, you can make a lot less than me, you can make a lot more than Daniel, a lot less than Daniel, or you can make nothing at all. It all depends on you and your specific kind of work ethic. But is it possible? I think we're well beyond that question of is it possible, because even if you just take a peek at what's going on in the main Funnel X group, it's just incredible. I've seen like a number of people that I've never seen before. These are not people that I know, they're not like experts or anything like that, and they join, and all of a sudden they post like some kind of a result.
Yep.
I'm building my list, I'm getting subscribers, I'm getting signups, I'm getting this, I'm getting that. So yeah,
I mean, plain and simple, it works. Plain and simple. So Al's asking, and this is obviously, you can cover this, and we all know the answer to this one. Does the Funnel X system do the follow-ups with the list?
Right.
So 100% yes. I mean, the system does all of the work with your list.
Right. Now, one thing that that I realized very early on is these emails are, again, a lot of these systems, you sign up to them and they're like, yeah, it's done for you. And then guess what? Then you got to write the emails, and you got to like go and integrate all kinds of stuff, and you got to like figure out how to do all these things. Over here, everything is done, including the emails that go out of your autoresponder. There's 60 days of emails and more coming, actually. I wasn't going to announce this up until maybe a couple of days later, but there's probably over 25 more emails that are coming into the system very, very soon. So you're going to have almost 90 days of follow-up. So as soon as your subscriber comes in, they just literally go on a joyride. While you're out there shopping for avocado and cheese for your evening salad, your subscribers are getting these emails every day, and without you having to kind of lift a finger.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And that I mean, that's how really the system does the work. And your main responsibility, guys, here is just driving traffic. That's really it. Felice has a great comment in there. It says, I got paid while dealing with a family emergency. Rock on, Funnel X ROI. So, I mean, that's the beauty of this. I mean, you can be out there dealing with life and, unfortunately, dealing with emergencies and dealing with some serious family stuff, or you could be, out at the beach or at a movie or whatever it is, and you could be earning commissions because the system is doing the work for you. So it's just absolutely awesome. So if anyone has any more questions at this point, other than that, we can start to wrap this up. But yeah, so far, I mean, good, legitimate questions, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate you guys for, stepping out and asking these questions here. So if you have any more questions for myself or David.
I'll be right back, Daniel. Right back.
Sure. So please make sure that you guys are, drop your comments down below. Let us know. We want to make sure, again, that you guys are 100% fully informed and you have all the knowledge, all the information, everything that you need to really get the most out of the Funnel X ROI system, because it's truly a beautiful system. If you guys have been hanging in here since the very beginning, I mean, I showed you guys my results live. It's just been absolutely awesome. So it does work. All you got to do is just feed it traffic, as much traffic as you can possibly feed it, and just stay consistent. And that's it. So, just going through these comments one more time just to make sure that I didn't miss anything, which I don't think I did. Jorge has a great phrase in here. He's actually saying that there's only one guarantee, and that's no guarantee. So plain and simple. That's true dat. True dat. If you guys are not taking if you guys aren't taking action, man, you're not going to reap the rewards and reap the benefits of this system. So,
yeah. And let me ask you, I mean, what guarantee do you have with your job? I thought I had a guarantee with my job until I got the pink slip in July 2013. I mean, after 8 years of dedicating my entire life to that company, basically 8 years of my life, and all I was left with was over 40,000 in debt and some useless knowledge in my head that I have absolutely no use for, so what guarantee do you have with that? In fact, you have more of a guarantee by working for yourself than working for anyone else, if that makes any sense at all, because at least yourself, that you can trust yourself. And that's another note, actually. This is something that I was discussing with a good friend of mine, one of my mentors, actually, the other day. And one of the things that I really admire about this guy, and this is, again, like a little bit of business talk here, not necessarily specific to FunnelX, but in a way it's connected 100%. What I admire about this guy, the most about this guy, I mean, I admire a lot of things. He's a great business role model for me and stuff. But one of the things that I really kind of look up to him for is the allegiance that he has for, first of all, for himself, and second of all, for his business. Like the kind of decision that the guy makes for his business and the kind of decision that the guy makes overall to kind of grow his business are really what I learn a lot from. And if you just decide today to like literally make an allegiance with your business, treat your business as if it was your own child, what decisions would you make if this was your child involved and you knew that you needed to take care of it? And, if you take care of it, it will also take care of you. So think about that. Like, would you spend all evening looking at, 8 hours of YouTube videos that are really level 2 and 3 where you're really in level 1? Probably not. If you knew that time was of the essence and you needed to start getting results, you'd start doing the things that matter right now, which is getting traffic, getting your system set up, and doing things like that. And does it make sense? Like, because I know that this is something that, to me, it kind of got clarified only when I started talking to the person about it. But I mean, Daniel, what kind of allegiance, when you think about it, do you have with your business? I see you and I see your work ethic, that you kind of sit there and send emails every day and that kind of thing. And that's really what I'm talking about. It doesn't mean having an allegiance in terms of like, the knights and shiny armor kind of allegiance where we see in movies. All I'm talking about is doing the right things to move your business forward every day. That kind of stuff. Sending an email, getting traffic, building your business, communicating with your audience, like, sending emails, things like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think 1,000% it does. I mean, that's just your plain and simple. That's your commitment to yourself. That's your commitment to your family. That's your commitment to. I think these guys are on here tonight, but Adam and Ashley Rieger talk about this all the time. It's like, that's having a business mindset, not an employee mindset. So, right. Dedicating that time, that allegiance, that, that true dedication to your business, treating it like a business, so it will pay you like a business, plain and simple. Right. So with that being said, before we wrap this up, for those of you guys, like I said, in the very, very beginning, I know Isabella was asking, this replay will be available literally as soon as this broadcast is done. You'll be able to watch it from the very beginning. But I mentioned, for those of you guys that are just watching this for the very first time, those of you guys that are, maybe you set up an account, but you haven't taken action yet. Maybe you are still on the outside looking in, and you're wondering if you should get started with FunnelX ROI. Then, hopefully we gave you guys enough information. We answered all of your questions, but I wanted to throw out some special bonuses for those of you that have not taken action yet. Okay. For those of you that have not taken action yet, what I want to do for you is I'm going to drop a link. I'm going to drop a link in here so you guys can have the opportunity to, check this out for yourself. But for those of you guys that haven't gotten started yet, or I'm going to make this kind of a double edge here. For those of you guys that either A, haven't gotten started yet and get started right now today, or for those of you that are out there, and let's say that you came in, at the $25 level, you came in at the $100 level for easy one. For those of you guys who upgrade today, right now, everybody that does that tonight after this broadcast is going to get a 15-minute free coaching session with me. So I'm going to go over your entire funnel with you. We'll make sure that all your traffic runs are 100% set up for success, right? Number 2 is I'm going to set up a major traffic co-op, and I'm going to pull you into that traffic co-op with me, which means that I'm going to be able to I'm going to do all the legwork. I'm going to do all the work for you. I'm going to go to the traffic vendors and negotiate a very, very, very good price. Because if I can go to, the Udemys, the Alessandros, all these other traffic vendors and say, hey, I'm going to do 5,000 to 10,000 clicks, they're going to give me a really good ass price. Okay. And David knows this from being in the industry. And if I can do that on a consistent basis, we're going to get together as a co-op, as a team, we're going to get a really, really good, solid price. So if you're thinking about getting started, if you get started right now, number 1, you're going to be in that traffic co-op with me. Okay. And again, I'm going to do the work. I'm going to negotiate with the vendor. I'm going to get a lot of clicks for us. Okay. And number 2, I'm going to give you 15 minutes of my time for free. So I can we can share screens. I can look at your system. I can make sure everything's 100%. We can go over all your ClickMagick stuff and make sure you are 100% set up for success. So you can track your results and you can get the best results possible for you. So you either got to A, get started right now, or B, just upgrade. If you do that, you'll be ready to rock. So other than that, I really hope you guys got some value out of tonight's webinar. If you did, please, throw a comment, throw some A's down below, throw some love, throw some hearts, throw some likes, throw some whatever. But let us know, let David know that you guys appreciate the system that he has put together for you, the FunnelX ROI system, because it's truly amazing. So David, thank you for being here, and really appreciate jumping in here. You can see like all that love coming in right there.
Yeah, I see.
all the A's coming in.
Awesome. Again, I can't think of a better way to spend my time than to help, fellow entrepreneurs get started, whether it's just getting started, like literally came online yesterday, or somebody that's been, around for like a year and is struggling to get results. So yeah, 100%. Any way I can help, I'm 100% down for it.
Awesome. Appreciate that. So like I said, if you guys get started tonight, if you guys get started right now, I'm going to give you 15 minutes of my time. Once your funnel is set up, we'll go over everything, because I want to make sure that you guys are set up for success, plain and simple. And number 2, we're going to pull you into my traffic co-op, so we can negotiate a great price with our vendors and get you lots and lots of traffic to your properly set up system, and you guys can start rocking and rolling. The other thing that you can do to get in on that deal too, to get in on that traffic co-op, is if you are, as an example with Easy One, let's say that you're at the $100 level and you upgrade to the $250 level, you will qualify for that as well. I just want to make sure that we can, reach people that haven't started yet, and also people that have started and also want a chance to get on that as well. So again, hope you guys found some value out of this. Hopefully we're able to answer all of your questions and, get you guys rocking and rolling. So, Isabella, reach out to me on the side if you would, and I'll help you out with that. Other than that, if you guys want more information, if you're watching this, live now, obviously if you're watching this on YouTube, or I sent this to you in an email, I'm sure below or, up above or below this video, there's a link you guys can click on and get some more information and join our team. So, David, any last words before we wrap up?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited because this Sunday I'm actually leaving to Texas, and I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody that's going to be in the event. That's also another huge thing that you want to do, like get to events, especially events like this. It's going to change your mindset. Like I remember my very first event back in 2014. I was a different person when I left the event. It was very clear. Like, there's a sentence out there or a saying out there that says you are the sum of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Now, there's many sayings like that, but I believe that that's true 100%, because that one weekend that I was there, I was literally able to come back and multiply my business many, many times over. And there's a reason for that, simply because when you're surrounded by people who are extremely successful and they're already achieved what you're trying to achieve, you're basically going to that little aura will kind of drip over and kind of I don't know, you'll kind of get some of that on you, or get some of that kind of, you know, some of that, I don't even know how to describe it, but you'll basically get that whatever motivation you need, whatever steps you need, like it will just be this open path that you'll now know exactly how to get to. So if you're coming to the event, I'm actually really excited to meet you. Make sure that you're 100% set up by the time you get there. Get set up like tonight, as soon as possible. And by the time you get there, maybe you'll already have like amazing results to show. So this way you can even help other people that are just kind of getting started.
Awesome. Awesome. Where'd I go? I lost my screen there. Cool. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait to meet a lot of you down in Texas, literally in a week. I think we're going to have an amazing time. And yes, we will have a little FunnelX sidebar meeting, which will be really, really cool. So you get to, ask me questions, you get to talk to David. And obviously we'll try to provide you guys as much value as we possibly can. But other than that, man, hope you guys had a good time tonight. Hope you guys learned a lot of information. And other than that, we will see you guys very, very soon on the next live webinar. And as always, I know me and this guy will see you guys on the leaderboard. So y'all have a good night. David, again, thank you very, very much.
My pleasure.
See you guys soon. Good night.
See you guys.